Morning guys, David here from Celtic Barks. I'm just sitting having my morning coffee and while I'm doing so I'm just thinking of a topic that is coming quite prevalent to myself, obviously being a dog trainer. So it's about having the dog you've got as opposed to the dog you wanted, okay? And what I mean by that is we've all got the picture perfect idyllic image of the dog that we want, okay? So when we take on a dog, we're expecting them to be, you know, a family oriented dog, friendly with every dog, friendly with every person, great with the family. Unfortunately, being, especially with staffies, that is not the case. So for anyone who's had staffies previously, who's got more than one staffy like myself, you will soon quickly learn that they are not a mirror image of each other. Okay, so I've got two staffies, and for anyone else who's seen our page, follows us, whatever the case may be, wherever you're seeing this video, you'll know that I've got two staffies called Boris and Helga. Okay, Boris is a white male staffy. Helga is a blue bitch. Okay. Couldn't be more different, and I have to train them separately. Helga has had problems with reactivity, which we've really had to work with, okay, which we're starting to see the better side of now. We had a minor setback, for anyone who knows, that she had a little mini stroke, which obviously redone her reactivity behaviour, which we've had to rework on. Okay, so it's coming along lovely. Boris, on the other hand, never been really reactive, again, driven by sticks and toys, where Helga's driven more by food. Okay, so it's just a prime example that just because they're both staffies doesn't mean that you're going to have that mirror image of each other and they're going to train the same, act the same, with the same behaviour. Okay. But what is more prevalent is giving that dog that benefit of the doubt effectively. Okay, so we have a dog that we want to be friendly with other dogs, friendly with other people, and sometimes that just does not happen. Okay, you may end up with a staffy, whether it's a puppy or whether it's come from a shelter, that is reactive to dogs, for example. That's normally a common one. Okay, I have a lot of owners come to me and they're, you know, heartbreak and despair that this dog is reactive to other dogs and they're thinking about rehoming and all that good stuff. Okay, yes, in certain circumstances rehoming is the better option. Okay, however, I think a lot of people are quick to rehome because they haven't had that dog that they wanted. Okay, what we have to remember is that dog is acting reactive to other dogs for a level of fear or anxiety, or it's a taught behaviour of aggression, where we've had dog fighting previously and bait dogs, etc. If you have dogs from a shelter, this might be a common theme. Okay, they fall into the wrong hands and they're used for protection dogs and all that bollocks. Okay, but what we have to remember is it is not the dog's fault. Okay, we've taken on that dog to give them a better life, and that is what we should be looking to achieve. Okay, yes, it's going to be testing. Yes, it's going to be emotional. And yes, it can be heartbreaking. Okay, same with Helga. You know, when she used to react to dogs, it used to really upset me, really upset Stace, because for anyone who's known me longer than 0.1 second, they will realise I'm a massive advocate of that staffy breed, and it really pains me when people have that negative association of the breed. The whole reason Celtic Barks was formed is because of that very association with the breed, bully breeds and staffies in particular. Okay, people crossing the street with me when they see two staffies because they don't realise that they are such good dogs and they've just fallen foul to the media. That is why Celtic Barks was formed, and that is why I strive to change every person's mindset that I physically can. Hence why we do the training, hence why we offer the mentorship. Okay, I want people to be a reflection of the training that we're giving, so that people are approaching them in the street and completely changing their mind about that breed. Okay, so without going too much off topic, okay, if you have a dog that you've got from a shelter or a puppy and it has issues, please don't give up on that dog too soon. Okay, yes, it's going to be hard. Yes, it's going to be tested. Okay, but just think of the end goal when you start to overcome those fears. Okay, the dog is not acting aggressively or reactive because they want to and they want to cause you that distress, or they want to cause harm, or for whatever reason they're acting in that way. They're doing it because potentially that's all they've ever known. They're acting in fear, they have stress or anxiety. We need to work with them to eradicate that, to give them a better life and make them a happier dog. Okay, the chances are, if you've had a shelter dog, that's probably not the first time it's been sheltered, and they keep moving from home to home to home, and everyone is having that same problem and choosing the easier option of going back. Okay, yes, there's going to be some exceptions where there may be aggression around children. The shelter may not have briefed you up properly in regards to the history of that dog, or the dog's history is unknown. Then absolutely, health and safety and the risk to children, etc., will come first, and if that is an option, that is an option. But all this video is basically to say is, please don't give up on that dog too soon. Okay, you can make a difference in that dog's life. All you've got to think of is the human equivalent. Okay, we have children all the time, you know, women give birth to babies all the time, and then again, you expect to have that perfect little boy or perfect little girl, and sometimes babies are born with a world of different conditions. It could be ADHD, Asperger's, Down syndromes, medical conditions. You know, you could have to have limbs amputated, whatever the case may be, physical or mental disabilities that will cause that child to act in a different way. They will need to be looked after in a different way. They will need to be taught things in a different way. There will be more testing, the behaviour will be more testing. But do we ever at one point think, I'm going to give this child up for adoption? No, we don't, okay? So please don't do the same with dogs. I urge you, seek help from a professional, okay? Yes, you know, it can be expensive, but the reason that is expensive is because you are putting all that time and effort into a trainer, and they, in return, for money, are giving you all that expertise and all their knowledge to help you get a better life for you and your dog, okay? You've got to remember, the bottom line is that dog is not acting in that way because they want to act in that way. They're acting that way because they don't know any different, or they're scared or afraid, okay? So please, put your time into that dog, seek help if you need to, okay? I guarantee you, the money you put into a good trainer, do your research, okay? And this isn't a promotional thing from me. Any trainer is worth their salt. Go to them, local or online like myself, okay? Get your homework in, see the results, get that work in, okay? And I guarantee you will see a difference. Just persevere, okay? Yes, it's not the dog we wanted, but it's the dog we've got, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, okay? At the end of that journey, you will look back and you will see the journey that you've been on. We've got videos from customers who have done that exact thing. They were on the brink of rehoming and they haven't, and they've persevered and they've had that perfect end result, okay? There's videos that I can prove with that, okay? And you'll see them on the page if you're on Staffy Training Help on Facebook. We promote them all the time, okay? But don't be that person that gives up on that dog, puts that dog back in a shelter for them to start that whole cycle again, because every time they start that cycle again, you're putting them back on the back foot, okay? So please just persevere. And like I said, we're always here if you need help, but please seek help from a trainer if you are really struggling with behaviours before you choose that option. Okay, guys, that's all from me. Yeah, just keep on with your training, guys. Love you all. Promote that positive breed, okay? Let's not listen to what the media says. Staffies are fantastic dogs, as we know, okay? Yes, they have a couple of issues, but so do humans, more so than dogs, okay? Let's give them the benefit of the doubt and give them a better life for you and for them. Thank you, guys.